What is up guys, it's David here. Welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be talking about, well, it's going to be a random talk, just like in the previous one. So yeah, and you know why it's random? Because it's not that easy to find a topic worth talking about, since there isn't much that we truly know in this world. It's like something that you can say that, yeah, I know for sure, 100% guaranteed that this is the way it is. Like, it doesn't work that way, at least when it comes to real life matters, like what matters in life, like discussion worthy topics. Like, it's not that much. Like, I mean, 2 + 2 = 4, yeah, that we do know. Yeah, we know for sure that it's 4, and Jupiter has this many satellite planets and this many stars, or like, I mean, the average temperature in Africa is this, and the average temperature in Scandinavia is that. Yeah, we do know that, but when it comes to actual real life wisdom, real life facts, like, we don't know that much. Like, do you know of any, like, true nuggets of wisdom? Like, we don't. Like, yeah, guys. So what I'm trying to say is that we're still living in the cave in the cave era, where we're still living in the Stone Age, guys. There isn't much that we know for sure about life, and I'd say that one of the reasons for that is that there is no meaning in life, like actual meaning. I mean, from an objective perspective, there isn't such a thing. It's all in our head. It's all in our heads, guys. Meaning, significance, symbolism, like, we assign those to real life phenomena. But when it comes to actual meaning or significance, it's all ethereal. It's all in our heads. That's the only home, guys. Like, so, I mean, there might be some kind of a universal database out there where meaning maybe does exist somewhere independent of our minds, like union archetypes, and like people like to talk about, you know, it's somehow, somewhere it does exist in the collective subconscious, perhaps, but not that I know of. Like, I've lived almost for 30 years on this godforsaken planet, and I haven't come across such a thing, like, outside of my mind. So, like, let's assume that it's true and there is no meaning. Let's just assume, because, like, as we grow old, as more and more years go by, what do we see? We see that there is no Santa Claus, right? Every year you become more and more confident in the fact that there is no Santa Claus, guys, right? Maybe you believe in your state, maybe you believe in your religion, maybe you believe in the sanctity of marriage or family, or economy, or jobs, or government, or like your nationality, or you believe in the internet, or whatever, guys. As years go by, you find out that you were sadly mistaken. You were so mistaken. Like, you were miles away from truth. And what's the truth? The truth is that it's all an illusion, guys. There is no such thing as, I mean, like, righteous religion, or totally righteous governments, or totally righteous elite. Like, it doesn't work. Like, it doesn't exist, guys. It's all corrupt. It was all made to control masses, guys. History, like, it's all fairy tales, guys. Just created to control the minds of masses. Like, that's its purpose, guys. So, as years go by, you see more and more that all of those were illusions all along. They were just malicious illusions to control the society. Maybe not that malicious, because without them, there would be no water, there'd be no law, there'd be total chaos, maybe. But if you're an intellectual, you despise them, right? You despise it. Because it's like putting blinders on your eyes, right? It's like making you deaf, like in this world, like, and you only live for a few short years on this planet, and even then, you want to blind yourself, right? You want to deaf your ears, like, you want to be deaf and never hear the truth, never see the truth. I mean, to me, it's better to see the truth, see how ugly it is, become depressed, become suicidal. It's better than to live your whole life in illusion and be happy, right? It's better to see the truth, see how bitter it is, be extremely depressed, end up like Nietzsche, destroy your life, but at least you saw the truth, which 99% of people never see, right? At least that's how I was born. I mean, that's how my mind works. So yeah, guys, but before we start philosophizing and pursuing enlightenment and trying to find what the hell is going on in this world, well, first we have to become financially independent. That is why 99% of people will never achieve it, because if you're thinking about bills, if you're thinking about your work, the boss at work, your family responsibilities, and you're chasing that money every day to put food on the table at the end of the month and keep the lights on, like, it's not gonna work that way, guys. Like, you can't serve two masters, as they say. Like, what kinds of enlightenment are you going to achieve if you every day what you're thinking about, your main focus goes to making enough money to meet ends meet? Like, it won't work that way. So first of all, you have to become financially independent, and sadly, what that means is, even though there are many brilliant thinkers all around our society, like everywhere, most of them will never achieve true enlightenment, because they're going to be thinking about how to pay bills, right? They're going to be chasing their bread every single day, guys. Smackaroos, right? So, yeah. And for that, our first goal must be making enough money, right? So that we never have to work again in the slavery and the job market called, well, nowadays, modern world is like it's still slavery, guys. Working a 9-to-5 job, that's a goddamn slavery, guys. So you can't serve both two masters, man. Right? And it basically means that billions and billions of people, all of them automatically by default are condemned to never awakening, if such a thing even exists, guys, right? So yeah, we live in a messed up world, guys. At least for most people, it's totally messed up. Even if they make money, they're still gonna be living in circus, guys, right? So yeah, that's my first goal, guys, to make enough money so that I can just escape, guys. Like, escape the rat race, escape the matrix, be free, pursue enlightenment, if such a thing even exists. I'm sure it does. I mean, I'd say that it does. Like, some kind, it's not like some kind of spiritual Neverland, some kind of like spiritual panacea which you enter and that's it, you're in heaven. Not that, but enlightenment in a sense that you find answers to most fundamental, meaningful questions of this world, like, why do we exist? How come we exist? Like, what's going on? Where are we coming from? Like, where are we going? And like, what's the point? Like, is there a point? Is there a point at all? Like, I mean, is there a point? I mean, yeah, guys. Like, I think it does. Even if there are no answers to these questions, that's an answer already, right? if there are no answers, at least you know that there are no answers, and the questions are absurd, and the existence itself is absurd. At least you'll know that. So I think that I'll achieve my goal in life, at least when it comes to finding these answers. Sorry. I think that I'll find them. At least I find out that there are no answers. At least, so at least before I die, I won't go with no answers to my questions, right? Ever since I was born, I was always thinking, what's going on, guys? Yeah, this might sound crazy, but you know what's actually crazy? Billions of people never have such questions. They never question, what's the point of all this? But it's understandable, guys. You know what the average IQ is all around the world? Well, if you're living, outside of the West, it's pretty low, guys. It's pretty low. And so maybe that's one of the reasons people never ask those questions, because it takes at least some level of intelligence to be able to ask those questions, right? And to me, I'd say that there is no purpose to life. Life has no meaning if a person never asks those questions. Their life is totally valueless, guys, so to say. It's totally worthless, guys. At least to me. What's the point then? Just to eat good food, to screw around and then go die? Is that human life? That's crazy, guys. That's so animalistic and so low. I don't even believe that animals are that low. I do believe that in many ways, animals are even more enlightened than we are, that most humans are. Right? If you look at them, if you look at cats, if you look at dogs, they never are in a hurry. They never hurry. They're always calm, just like Buddhist monks, if you look at them. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about in this video. Just random talk, just my random thoughts. And yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next video, and I promise you that my English will get better. In the next video, and then in the next video, and the next video, perpetual optimization, that's what I call it. So thanks for listening, guys, and see you in the next video.